Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Kyoko, Kanetsu, and Kimi are here, and we are continuing Danganronpa. And we're
Yes,
gonna
we
get some
are.
more
Yes.
exposition.
And God doesn't trust us anymore.
No, I
Nope.
don't. And I never shall again. God, how many more of these games do I have to go through with you two?
Three?
Wait,
If another one
only
doesn't come
three?
out while we're playing.
Yep, because it's the second game, Ultra Despair Girls, and then V3.
Oh, I thought there was like another one. Okay.
I
There
mean,
might be.
there might be.
But even Kime doesn't know because she hasn't finished V3. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have become the victim?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean during the night?
I can hear them, you know.
The dead. They speak to me. Oh my god!
The footsteps of the god of death.
Kyoko, are you okay?
What the hell? She's still traumatized from that fall.
Probably.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this. Which is exactly what happened with you. The hell? Oh! I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. And I saw a ghost!
Spoopy!
And I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. White shadow.
White shadow.
I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was. They ended up dead. And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you cause... That's weird. Cause they couldn't interfere, right?
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
Dun, dun, dun.
The other ultimate despair? Doesn't having more than one kind of contradict that whole shtick?
Yeah. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic, most longest named event in human history.
the tragedy. Who's ever responsible for that? They're the ultimate despair?
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That group. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Woo!
100-mile dash, pain of a junk food
So much
junkie.
Kyoko talk.
Yay! How do you feel, Konetsu? Can you still talk?
Yeah. They took the rocket out of the trash. Aw.
It's a nice souvenir.
Achievement unlocked. 5 alive.
5.
5. 5? Yeah, 5.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why 5?
The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it all around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed.
Not really, but okay.
But right now...
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room. Oh no, I forgot.
Oh, I left it in my room.
Shit.
Of course I do. Who do you think I am? Not the main character? It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right?
Kyoko's OP.
Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
Let's find out.
Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it. And then...
Click!
Yes! It opened!
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Let's move.
Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit.
The garbage pit.
Garbage pit.
Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun.
Final chapter!
Woo!
We made it. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate...
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface.
Climb, climb, climb.
The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
I just noticed how the artist put so much into Kyoko going up, but Makoto just looks like some black blob. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous.
Come on, Makoto.
Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood.
Might want to get that checked.
No, I'm comfortable with it.
Are you really?
There was a time, huh?
Are you really?
Yes. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Because we take pride in it.
pride?
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why it was which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, When was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her.
When was?
Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it, knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
I like how they have her bubble just like perfectly centering the black void of her rear. But the reason you gave up that pride. the only reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak. It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Uh-huh. But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
Ooh. No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
What is it?
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented and he had a promising future. But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do.
Ooh.
Oh, drag him. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. This is a long ladder.
They said it was super long.
If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
Well, she has no one else to talk to. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing. One thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. Aww. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father.
And that's your dad's fault, right? What they did.
Of course.
That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family. To just cut him out like that.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Nope.
Nope.
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
Finally.
Monokuma was waiting for us and just pushed us down.
The end.
Long live the bear! Looks like this is it.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
We're back.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
We both got thunder thighs.
The next day they're just like tree trunks.
Yes. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor.
Geronimo! This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
You're worried?
Yeah, of course.
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's kind of risky.
Oh my
You gotta take
God.
risks in life.
Even now Kyoko's just like, let's see if you get killed this time.
Yeah.
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we really don't have much of a choice, do we?
Monokuma should be in the gym. Let's get going. You don't want to shower first or get something to eat?
No, right away. Let's do it.
Let's head to the gym. Monokuma should be there. Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko!
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? You even saw it. Hey, what are you talking about? But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it. Now, here's the absolute truth.
Which we will have to wait for next
Oh.
time.
Oh, evil!
See you guys next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people.
Yeah, because people with that kind of mansion are humble, right?
Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. Okay, Marcus, thank you for joining us for the little bit you did. I hope you have a good day or night.
Yay!
And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsays of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again.